how do you see the fact that in the moment, even after 27th of December, I think, Mars is moving into sidereal Aries. Uranus is there. If we decide to include Uranus in the calculation, then this is going to be a huge square, very, very tense situation. Is this going to put some fuel into the situation and really speed the process of change? How do you see this?
I mean, there's more of a conjunction actually happening later in February, like in Capricorn.
Also the great conjunction with many planets.
A lot of planets are coming into.
What do you think about this complicated conjunction?
Yeah, so that it puts the focus again on Capricorn.
Yeah.
Okay. And it puts the focus again, and it's in Shravan Nakshatra. Okay. Like, and Shravan Nakshatra is listening. Okay. Listening. Now, listening, you have to listen to the right thing, and act upon the right thing. Divine impulses. You can't be listening to the fake media, false propaganda, and all of that. So you have to understand that, like that, this is also again focusing on the same thing. That how the structure should change and what you should listen to. Then people make their choices, and every time do they listen to alternative things, or do they listen to mainstream things? What do they? And accordingly, the change will happen. And all the planets coming in Capricorn again means the same thing. Everything comes down to seriousness.
Seriousness, yes, seriousness is the word.
Yeah, it's actual Saturnine seriousness. About actual that thing, not all this stupid mind games or stupid kind of crazy things which were happening, for the last 20 years. Comment wars.
Yeah.
And people have comment wars and all kinds of trolling and all kind of nonsense and all stuff which is nothing realistic, nothing to do with the ground level reality of existence or evolution. And a lot of people have gone over the outside of the evoluting path because they've gone into this fire craziness, the craziness of fire. So now it will be Earth, and Capricorn is again, all the great conjunction is also in Capricorn. So it'll definitely showing that changes have inevitable.
Inevitable, yeah.
We can't have the same old, this democracy, this government, this voting, and this all of this whole structure which has been created out here has to not be there anymore.
No.
You can say. Yeah. And the people know already that they can't trust their people, whosoever that thing. That they have proven. 2020 has proved that to everyone already this year. So, I mean, when I said 2019, the face of the Earth is going to change, that first part of change is already done. In
Absolutely.
Now is second stage, right? Okay. Now it's time for action, because Capricorn will be about actual action.
Who is doing the action? Since Capricorn is the governments, so they will enforce action and they will act heavily as well.
Every person will do that.
Every person will do.
Who has a physical body will do an action. They will make choice. Every person who has a physical body will make a physical action. And what do you support? What do you go with? Once you make that choice, you will have to live by that choice.
Yeah.
And
people make choices. Now is the time for making the choice.
Yes. And then you'll have to live by it. And when you live by it, it will be actual practical consequence at the time.
Yeah.
It won't be some theoretical.
No.
You have to understand. No, it won't be some theoretical thing. It'll be actually affect your life. Really, really affect your life.
Very responsible time for making responsible decision.
Yeah. I've been teaching the Saturnine discipline even for a long time before. It's not just because this is coming. I've been telling people the meditation and taking control of their body, taking control of themselves. The more people do that, the more easier it will be for them to go through these.
Let's say then, Prash, please, you are having separate groups in YouTube, groups for meditations. We can place links. people can join your channel
Yes.
and groups on Facebook. I will put all these links. You are teaching meditations and also this.
And how to live, what to eat, how to be, what to be in the best possible way to make the correct decision. I mean, you can't be doing all wrong things every day and make the correct decisions.
No.
Nobody can do that. So the point is to like create this wave where you are being more practical and earthy, and grounded. Like I teach people grounding even, to touch themselves to earth. I've been teaching them for a long time.
Grounding.
That grounding, which I found was very necessary because people have become so ungrounded.
Oh yeah, I'm noticing this as well. Yeah.
So people are very ungrounded. So people don't have any sense of grounding at all in the way they are, where they deal with their life. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and since the virtual world started, like a lot of people have gotten lost in that. So,
Oh yeah, very true.
They think that is the real world. But now people realize that is not the real world. There is another real world. That this is the real world. And this realization will take some time, but it will happen. So the practical earthy realities will dominate. So people are already restricted. Like far as people's travels are restricted, different restrictions are there. So it's not like people used to be able to do whatever. All of that has finished.
Right? Unfortunately, this flying and visiting the world.
Yeah, because that's fire, right? Now it's that limitation, all of that, because I think people needed to stop anyway as a whole, to see what they're doing. There's no time. Before, people are so busy, they didn't even have time to see what they're doing to themselves, to on the earth plane, what to the environment, to anything. So there's a pause, and there's that thing, which is a good thing. According
divine perspective is very good, right?
In a bigger plan of things, is a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So overall Aquarian thing is right. What knowledge, right? Correct knowing, and then correct doing as per that knowing. Okay.
Prash, you're mentioning Aquarian era coming, but again, sidereally, astronomically, we have more than 300 years to go until we enter the 30th degree of Aquarius in order to say that we're in the Aquarian era. Do you feel that this 4 degrees distance from Pisces to Aquarius, we are already experiencing the energy of Aquarius?
Yeah, I think we have been in energy of Aquarius for a long time. You don't have to look at the degree. Once you have radio waves, once you have that, once you have this Wi-Fi, once you have that, once the radio waves start, Aquarius area starts. Aquarius is air sign. It's communication via air. Okay.
Yeah,
all
makes
this
sense.
internet or radio, TV, internet,
Aquarius.
all has come from Aquarius. It's already started. And what people can think about in the calculation they use for degrees, that's not important, because you use a different calculation, then we are already entered Aquarius. If you use a different calculation, we have not. Okay, but people who are smarter, they look at the actual thing.
Okay. Yeah, we spoke about Kali Yuga last time, so I will not bring you back to this. I remember.
Yeah. So Aquarius is already started as when radio started. When communication started happening by air,
yes.
in a technological way, that is Aquarius. Okay, it's nothing.
No, makes sense.
Yeah. So that has been we have been under the Aquarian influence at least for 100 years now, since 1920s. Okay, aeroplanes, this thing, radio, and then we had net, everything. Yeah. But since we were under the fire element, the use of these things were happening in another manner.
Yeah.
But now we are in earth element, then the use of these things will happen in a different manner. Yeah.
And the artificial intelligence, which is so scary, is part of this is again a matter of decision to really to stay detached from such technologies as much as we can, right? This is
That is, I mean, artificial intelligence is a thing, but it is not going to be divine intelligence. Like it has got a lot of flaws. It has a lot of flaws. So there's nothing to be scared of in that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What I'm saying is, it is still artificial. It has its limitations. Okay.
Of course.
And it'll always have limitations. Okay. So there's nothing to be that thing of that. But the point of everything is that we have to be clear within ourselves and have our own particular perception aligned with the divine perception or with the divine intelligence. Then everything will be more and more clear. This will be a time of opportunity, like what I call opportunity and adversity. There'll be adverse situation, but for beings who want to wake up, who want to do the right thing, who want to align with the right way, for them it'll be an opportunity. Others won't see it like that. For others, it'll be like just trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it just seem like trouble, like the whole thing. But the point is, the structure has to change. It cannot carry on like this. What we had going, world could not have carried on like.
No. We went too far with nature, with everything, misuse of nature.
Not just that, like even the structures, the governmental structures, the way the things were going on for that long. It's only so long you can take. This is unsustainable. In divine terms, this is called unsustainable. Your unsustainable things have to come to an end in that kind of way. So this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is giving this beginning of the end. Okay.
Beginning of the end, yes.
Yes, that's all. So.
Prash, I have a question. About the biblical prophecies speaking about eventually that Jupiter and Saturn conjoined maybe symbolize the Star of Bethlehem where Jesus Christ was born. This particular conjunction now is showing something similar because they'll be aligned due to the declination. They will look like one star. Do you see this as something similar? And I know also that you're very familiar with Sanskrit ancient texts of the Indian rishis. Please tell me some interesting prophecy which is speaking about similar thing like the Star of Bethlehem eventually, or another prophet, or something ominous to happen.
Ominous is already happening. For me, all of these things are already in process.
Yeah.
It's nothing which is going to happen just right now, like Jim saying. My point is that even last year we had a conjunction in Mula.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah, like one, like all these planets, and things had to get to their core level. Okay, and that was an important thing for me. The same way. So the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is only important in that way, that it means change of structure overall, which is a big thing for the Earth, because there are so many countries and all of them will have this at the same time. So I mean, I don't like to go into the biblical part of it, because it's a Christianizing the whole thing. Or
no, I mean the Vedic. Eventually, there is something in the Vedic culture which is also that interesting.
Vedic, in the Vedic, the thing is okay. There is always a change and in age, and this is the time, anyways. So is the avatar thing is already there.
Yes.
They don't need a particular one sign in the Vedic things. Because in Vedic things, everything happens in multiple things. This plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. It's not just like, okay, you just see this two stars together and then just everything is done from that point. No, it's not like that. It's just a process. In the Vedic, it's more of a process. And for me, the process is already underway.
Yes.
Even last 20 years, when we had net, people had a time to make choice. Okay. They were given all the information. They were given different things. They could see the things. So there was a chance already in last 20 years. Okay. So the 20 years, 2000, the connection was there, Jupiter-Saturn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is 20 years were given. That's what net has happened in 2000 to 2020, right?
Time enough to make decisions.
Yeah, internet time, right? 20 years. So in process. Now this is there. Now time to show your decision.
Yeah.
It's time now. It's simple as that. So I will just keep it to that, because there are bigger events happening. Even the conjunction last year was big. The conjunction which is going to happen later into 2021, the Capricorn one, that will be bigger. Yeah. So Jupiter Saturn conjunction, yes, 20 years it will have an effect. Okay, in Capricorn, within 20 years, all structures will would have changed. After 20 years, nobody can say, like, they cannot recognize anything on a government level which they can recognize as of from now.
That's why the governments are really so active like never before, because they know, because they have astrologers to advise them, because they're occultists and they know everything.
Yes. So it's the end.
That's the end of them.
Like 20 years from now, 2040, nobody can ever even see anything of right now.
I believe you. Absolutely.
Nothing will be the same.
Nothing will be the same.
Yeah. So that is that thing of it. It's a complete change in that way. But within the Aquarian perspective, the rays that people wake up into knowledge. Like internet was also about knowledge only. 20 years. Okay. Within the Aquarian framework, the Aquarius is the top framework. And then it is all about I know, so I do the right thing. The era of I believe is finishing. Pisces, I believe era is finishing, and I know era.
Yeah, looks like
you have to know. Yeah, you have to know. It's not a matter of belief anymore. So you'll have to actually know, like Dave said. It's not like I believe in vaccines or I don't believe in vaccines. It's it's not that kind of communication and conversation anymore. It's whether what do you know about it.
Year of knowledge.
What do you know about viruses? Do viruses even exist? Do viruses, like, what are viruses? How does the human body function? What is the immune system? Do all these questions. It's not about this particular thing. Everything is raising questions to a very core level and actual realistic level. Like, either you can live in a made up story of nonsense, or you can come to the real world.
The information is all over the place. People get it.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, either you can live in a general, and all our education system, it's all made up stuff. Okay. Which I've been saying. So people have to realize whether they want to real knowledge or they want to be just fine with, fake that thing. So, and when they go with fake thing, it will not help you in the future.
No, it can kill you eventually.
In the coming time. Yeah, in the coming time, it'll be dangerous. Yeah, in the coming time, it'll be dangerous. So that's all this thing is about. It's a very simple change of structures completely.
Yes, and it comes from the divine, it is coming from the creator. So it has eventually very good goal, and it will give good results. We just need to be patient and to make decisions.
Yeah, decision. I mean, change, make the decision, and then act upon it and apply. Everything will happen in an application. It will not be just a mental thing. You'll have to physically do the right things.
Say about this more, Prash, because about your centering again. Just give 2-3 important points.
Yeah, like you will have to make sure that you use your body, human body, in the right way. On this earth, whatever time you have left, no matter what your age or what you are, that thing, you have to start using it the right way. And if you don't, then the more problem you will face. That's the thing. So like whether you are in your, like, when you are centered in meditation, all of that beings, every human being which is born on earth is supposed to take control of the body. This is just a very natural thing which is supposed to happen. But it has not happened because our education system has not been that. Okay. So sadly, it has not happened. But now is a time for beings to wake up and start doing it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then nobody else is going to come and do it for you. So the situation is, and once you do that, your perception becomes more clear. Your sense increases. Your common sense increases. So you can see everything in a right way, and you can take the right decisions then.
Yeah.
So once then you take right decisions, and accordingly the future becomes bright. So if the enough number of people on earth change and take the right direction right now, for holistic everything, holistic medicine, holistic everything, holistic living, holistic, like, which is there in the Vedic teaches about that, and I teach about that to people. If people take that direction right now, then the future will be bright. Okay, but if they don't, then they will face all the chaos and the craziness which you are seeing. 2020 is a trailer, right, of the movie. People have seen the trailer. Okay, so then they know what the movie will be like.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then
We know.
so then you have to know, like, right now, what are the people who are suffering more from that trailer, in the trailer? The ones who are ignorant, right? Who are part of all these crazy ideologies and are caught up in this system things.
Very
So
dangerous.
people will have to rise above all of that. To rise above something, you have to do something with your body, which is called meditation. You have to change your diet, you have to change your lifestyle, you have to do the whole thing. And then only the change happens. And each being and each individual has to take that choice. And overall, then the system automatically changes according to you. So you make your own new system in time, which you have 20 years for making.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but you have to start somewhere. And where does it start with? Earth sign, with your own physical body. That is the flesh and blood of the earth sign. With simple things like food.
Very good that you explain it this way. This is the most simple but very straight to the point way of explaining this, indeed.
Yeah. And food, which people take for granted. Everybody takes food for granted, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but like in future, they won't be taking it for granted. So it is this kind of thing, and people should come down to that thing. They should learn about what the food is, how it comes, what seeds are they using, what manures, what that thing, how is it being grown. People should have some involvement in that. If they're totally disconnected from that, then you will just have a bunch of mental zombies only running around, just pressing buttons on their apps, or just playing PlayStation all day, or
this has to stop. This is terrible. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so this era is coming to an end. Of this kind of, people had supposed freedom and they did whatever. Now is the time to face actual realities.
Yes. Which is not necessarily bad. It's just a matter of our decision.
No, it gives you sense and wisdom. Yeah. And the Aquarian spirit will only function when you are realistic.
Yeah.
If you're not a realistic, that thing, it's not about just going crazy. So because Aquarius and Capricorn both have Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole Saturnine thing, which nobody likes in this world. If you even say the word discipline, people get that thing, look at you funny if you just use the word discipline.
Yeah.
But next 20 years, discipline will be the most important thing.
This is very clear. Very clear.
Yeah.
I see. Actually, this was so clear, Prash. You explained it in the clearest manner, indeed. Well, what can I say? I can say that people should really. I look at your instructions on meditations. There are so many channels. Actually, people are sharing your videos
all around the world. People are doing meditations now, and it has increased because people have realized now in 2020.
We do have the Great Awakening after all, as a result of all this, right?
Yes, obviously. People have to realize there is no time, like, because stopping is good for everyone, isn't it? Like, then you can analyze what you're doing, isn't it? If you just keep on doing, then you don't that thing. Once you stop, it's better, to hit the pause button.
Can we also say that this is time of justice? Because imagine those that are speaking out the lies and the manipulations. Even imagine doctors who are supposed to be healing people, those that are speaking the lie and who are manipulating people towards fake medicine system. Yes. They should bear their responsibility now. There should be.
Yeah, but that is the thing which has been happening for 100 years at least.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nothing new which has happened in this year. It has been happening for 100 years. Now, point is whether people, whether they want to realize this fact or not, people are given an opportunity to realize the fact that systems are not good for their body, or they are actually there for harming the body. Because that was known even before that. But people just didn't want to pay attention.
But I really feel that I would love to see those that are guilty to take responsibility and to be punished in a way, really, because this has been really not fair to the human race.
Yeah, but that's fine. But let's see, the doctors have been there. Like, I mean, they're part of the system, right? Like, they just become a part of the system. They are just taught by the system and that thing. So it's like once you become pawn of the system, then the responsibility lies with the whole culture and the whole society, which is making that happen and which is putting them in the pedestal and making this happen in the first place.
Yes.
So responsibility is shared by everybody, who is involved. Like now people are changing. Like, even some doctors can come out and say this is nonsense. Now, even like that is happening, and other people can realize. So it's up to people to realize and make a change.
So we will reach justice as a result of our
own discipline and own actions. Like that is the justice. If that thing stops and this whole doctor worship stops around the world, then that is justice.
Very true.
Yeah, and then nobody will feel like earlier doctor was like God. Next to God is whatever doctor says must be the right thing.
And they betrayed this trust. They betrayed the trust.
Yeah, but because the trust should not have been there in the first place, because it was based on ignorance.
Ignorance.
There's
Absolutely.
lack of knowledge, which is again Aquarian situation.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah,
very important points. Very important points. Indeed, I fully agree with you. Absolutely.
Yeah, lack of knowledge, right? So that's it. Like, so knowledge is there now. It's up to people to use it. Aquarius is given that.
No excuse for not seeing or for not finding.
No excuse. Yeah.
No excuse anymore.
No excuses anymore. No excuse. Yeah. So judgment is more on that people, that whether after even getting the knowledge, whether they will take the right action or not. That is the thing which remains to be seen.
Absolutely.
Because it's all there now, out in the open.